Hey there, welcome to day 54 of our Supersize You annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today, of course, this whole month we're talking about confidence. But in addition to that, I want to make sure we cover our super process. So we're going to cover the S for our super process today. And then for the next 4 days, we'll cover the rest of the acronym for super, which is our process that we came up with last month that we're going to practice every month on each of the different areas and aspects of the life framework: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence, which we're starting with this year, which is kind of fun. I like to mix it up every year because it helps me to have a fresh perspective and a different way of looking at the different areas and aspects of a life framework that I have actually used for decades. So today, let's talk about super first. And in the comments below, let me know, do you want to talk about our process first, or do you want to talk about the day's topic first? Because I can do it either way, or I can just mix it up to keep you guessing. That's kind of fun to do too. But S in our super process is be specific. Specify the target. What the heck is it that you want? If you've got a challenge that you're looking at, what is the exact way you want it to be? If you've got a goal that you're going after, what is that? And be specific. The more specific we are, the more our mind can imagine it actually happening. And the more we can come up with ways to help that along the process, which is what the process is all about. It's about identifying where we are, where we want to be, where we are, and then filling the gap between the two. So today we will specify a target with respect to confidence that we want to, either a goal we want to achieve or a challenge that we're having that we want to just get rid of so that it doesn't negatively impact us going forward this year. So share in the comments below if you are brave and are willing what your specific target is. Mine is for in one challenge. I'm actually in a 6-month challenge to make 10K months, and I picked a specific new business I've never been involved in before on the school platform, which I've never been involved in before. And my goal is by June to have that making $10,000 a month recurring income. Now, that doesn't impact any of the other things I'm doing because they'll be impacted positively as well. But that is just a specific target that I'm shooting for in that particular challenge. So today, what's our topic? Our topic is you belong here. You absolutely positively belong here. If you found this, if you're hearing my voice, you belong here for some reason. There's something in what I'm going to say today that you need to hear. And I think it might be that wherever we choose to be is where we belong. And people and forces outside of us and things inside of us, like in our own head, will try to make us believe that we don't deserve to be where we are. Especially, it's amazing to me how many people want success, right? Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to have the perfect family, the perfect relationships, the perfect, and perfect is defined by us, situations in every area and aspect of our life. But sometimes the closer we get, the more we sabotage it or undermine it or think that we don't deserve it for some crazy reason. If you're human and alive, you deserve to create the life that you want. So we need to think about today, how does knowing that we belong, and it's just like selling something. You have to believe and in the product or service first before you can offer it to or sell anybody else it. You might sell a few people it, but then you'll find that they're refunding or they're churning or quitting your membership or whatever it is that you're offering, or they'll buy your course but never actually even open it, much less do, the 10 modules that you've got in there for them, or God forbid, the 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 modules you have in there for them. I think it's why people have a hard time saying, yes, I'm going to do the annual challenge. They think, I got to do something every day for a year. Yeah, you do. Why? Because you're going to do it anyway. You're going to live your life anyway. So why not make it intentional and be actually working toward being a better human being, being a better version of yourself? We're not looking to be like anybody else. We're looking to be the best possible version of ourselves that we can possibly be. And that requires a little bit of attention, right? So confident people don't apologize for taking up space. They don't apologize for showing up, and they show up. Confident people speak up. We talked about this last week. We talked about the importance of speaking up in meetings, speaking up in any situation that you're involved in. I think 90% of the challenges we face are because we don't communicate clearly what we need or what our expectations are. That's pretty easy to do. You can say, hey, I feel blank when blank, or I've been thinking about it, and this is what I need to be happy in this situation, or this is what I need to be successful in this situation. So we need to remember that simply because we're human beings and we were born and we exist, we deserve to be here. And anything that tells us we don't, anyone that tells us we don't, they're just talking about their own insecurities and themselves. No matter how braggadociously or volatilely or loudly they proclaim their superiority, guess what? If I have to convey and talk about how awesome I am in my superiority, guess what? It means I don't think that I am. That is an eye-opening epiphany for a lot of us. And it's easy to see where people are if you step back and are aware, but it's sometimes more challenging to see what's going on with us, because we as humans delude ourselves into thinking things are different than they actually are. And sometimes we just need to step back, have some quiet time, and think about what is really going on here. What is really going on with me? And every single one of us deserve to have a strong belief in ourselves, which is what confidence is all about. So what are we doing today? We're sharing our S. What is our specific target that we're going for with the super process? Then we're also going to share, where do you need to show up bigger than you are? Where are you playing it small? I know where I'm playing small. I'm playing small in a couple places. I'm playing very small in this 6-month 10K challenge that I'm in. I am holding back and I've got excuses for it. Well, I'm in a different business than most of the people are in this community that I'm participating in. I'm in this, I'm that. But the truth is, I am just playing small. And so I need to look at that and ask myself why today, and then figure out, how am I going to just show up how I want to be, instead of showing up as the past version of me that got beat down and for some reason doesn't think I deserve to create success in that particular platform. All right, because this is a pattern of mine. I've noticed it in a couple other things that I've done in my life. Not everything, but in a few things I pull back in, and I need to analyze and figure out why. The only person that can do that is me. The only person that can do that for you is you. Any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, make it an amazing day. Monday in my neck of the woods. And I personally think Mondays are awesome because they're just like every day. And every day above ground is a good day. I've always believed that, but I've especially believed it since 2010. All right. Have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.